Hello everybody, this is Chuck. In light of recent events where I live here in Colorado, I decided I'm going to do my presentation on what to bring in an evacuation. This is important. A lot of people, they panic, they don't know what they need to grab. This is an easy checklist for you to refer to so that you know what you need to grab. Now there's 3 stages of evacuation. There's the pre-evacuation, the voluntary evacuation, and then the mandatory evacuation. This is also referred to as ready, set, go. During the ready, set phase is really when you have the time to do this. In the go phase, the mandatory evacuation, you don't have time to really grab all of this stuff. This is basically grab yourself, your kids, your pets, and leave immediately. Ready, set, that's when you want to be able to make sure you do all of this stuff. You don't have to worry about any electricity or gas. You don't have to worry about any of that. That's probably going to get shut off anyway. Pets, if you have pets, make sure you have their pet carriers, make sure you have their food, and make sure you have their ID tags. Important documents, that's a big one. You want to make sure you grab things like your social security card, your driver's license, credit cards, the deed to your house, your vehicle titles, marriage license if you have one, your birth certificates, health insurance, property insurance, anything like that. Medications. You want to make sure you grab, if you're on medications, you want to make sure you grab those. If you're almost out, that's okay. At least you have the bottle with you so that if you are gone for a prolonged period, you can get your prescriptions filled. Clothes. Make sure you bring enough clothes for at least 1 to 2 weeks. That's one thing a lot of evacuees always say is they wish they had brought more clothes. Your computer or your laptop, that's a big one. There are a lot of things that people store on their laptops now and their hard drives, their computers. Make sure you grab that. Cell phone and cell phone chargers, that's something you may not think of. Make sure you grab the cell phone charger. Your photographs, family photographs of your family, of friends, those moments that you can't live without. Make sure you pack those as well, along with home videos. If you have any of the home videos, make sure you bring those as well. Cash and your credit cards. Make sure you bring cash and credit cards. Evacuation shelters might be full, and you might need to procure a hotel room for the night. Food and water, that's always a biggie. You don't know, you might get stuck somewhere. Having food and water is a biggie. I'm not talking about emptying your fridge, but getting some canned goods, maybe some snacks, cereal if you've got it, just little things like that. Your family heirlooms and your priceless goods. That's really completely and totally up to you. If you hold something precious that's been passed down generations that you can't live without, make sure you bring it with you. Alright, biggest thing. Have a checklist. That's really going to be your biggest ally if you ever have to get evacuated. Having a checklist of things that you need to make sure that you grab. Have things like all your important documents, have them all in one place so you can just grab them and go. It's really easy. Home inventory. That's something that I've just recently heard of. There are companies that actually do this, but they go through, take pictures of all of your stuff. Open up drawers, open up cabinets, get pictures of everything. That way, in case something does happen to your home, you have all of that video evidence with you. Keep it with your important documents. That way, in case something does happen, you have pictures of everything you own. The insurance company will love that. They will be able to get most everything back to you. Now, in conclusion, what you're going to want to do is you want to prioritize what you have. If you don't have a whole lot of time, grab what you know you can't live without and then get out. If you have plenty of time to do all of this, that's perfect. Most of the time you don't. So you'll want to grab what you can and get out. I know this seems trivial, but make sure you lock up your home. Looters honestly will look for the easiest target possible. If your home is unlocked, I'm sorry, they're probably going to choose your home over somebody else's. And I know this seems strange, but put everything from the freezer into the fridge. Now that's going to help preserve your food maybe a little bit longer. If you're only out for a few days, if you're out for a couple of weeks, it's probably not going to make that much of a difference. But for a few days, it's going to make an incredibly beneficial difference. Hopefully it won't spoil all of your food and you'll be able to keep most of that. Again, I hope that you never actually have to use this checklist, but in case you do, I hope you find this incredibly helpful. I hope you have a good night.